Hey guys, this is Ken with Kenjutsu Bring It to Life, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make Finn's Fin Sword from Adventure Time. Originally I was not going to make this vid because this is one of those rare instances where it would generally be cheaper just to buy one from me than make it yourself, but I got someone who really wanted this up, so here it is. Now the reason this item would be expensive to make is because it requires a mold for the 2 jewels, and the goo needed to make the mold is not cheap. I used the urethane RTV mold making system from Tap Plastics. The smallest quantity they sell is a quart, and that already costs $34.75 plus shipping. Now the finished Fin Sword I sell is $35 on Etsy and eBay and comes finished, jewels and all. But if you have molds already or found a better way to make the jewels, here's how you can make a Fin Sword. First you'll want an outline. You can download mine from my DeviantArt page. Just save it and print it to however large you'd like. Mine will be about 32 inches long. Once you have your printout, tape it to a piece of 1/2 inch thick MDF, which is medium density fiberboard. I like to use fiberboard over wood for a number of reasons, the biggest being the fiberboard doesn't give you splinters. Next, trace over the very outer outline with an X-Acto knife or other sharp blade. Press hard so that the blade cuts through the paper and into the fiberboard, leaving an outline. Then, remove the paper and tape to trace over the cut line so you can see it better. Go ahead and cut that out with a jigsaw. Sand the edges, particularly the handle, so it's comfortable to hold. After, trace your sword onto a piece of 1/4 inch thick MDF. Inside this traced outline, draw a smaller one, maybe 1/4 of an inch from the edge of the original. Then cut the smaller outline out. Mine's already painted because I've used it a bunch. Give the 3/4 inch thick sword a coat of paint primer. Once it dries, sand it. This will make it a nice smooth surface to spray paint. Spray paint your sword white and wait for it to dry completely. Place the smaller sword in the center of the white one and hold it down as you spray on the winter gray outline. This should ensure crisper edges. For the center line, place some painter's tape down for it and be sure to cover any exposed white areas you don't want painted. Spray on some more winter gray and that's one side. Wait for it to dry completely before doing the other side the same way. Now for the jewels. These are made from casting resin, which is not cheap, but at least is available at crafting stores and on Amazon. If you buy in bulk, it is definitely cheaper on Amazon. If you've never used resin before, beware, it is crazy sticky, smelly, and very difficult to remove if it gets on you or your clothes. Resin is basically liquid plastic, so to harden it you will also need to buy the catalyst. On Amazon, the catalyst generally comes with it, but if you buy in store you may need to pick up a bottle. Plus, since the resin is clear, you will also need to buy some blue dye. Once you have the materials to make the jewels, you will also have to have the mold to pour your resin in. Despite the expense, the mold for the jewels is very easy to make. I used an empty whipped cream tub and 1/2 of a 4-inch ornament ball. Just superglue the ornament ball down on the bottom of the tub, and after preparing your mold making goop, pour it in until you cover the ball. Tap Plastics recommends you wait about a week for the mold to cure completely. But once it's done, you can make as many jewels as you want. For the price, the mold is very sturdy and flexible, allowing for multiple uses before needing replacement. For resin mixing, I would recommend doing it outside in a warm, sunny area, as temperature can have an effect on your resin. The jewels will take around 3/4 of a cup of resin. Once poured, mix in the dye. Amounts will vary by dye, and let it sit for a while so the bubbles can surface. Be sure to keep your resin covered so bugs and things don't get in it. Once the bubbles are gone, gently stir in the catalyst until completely dissolved and then slowly pour into your mold. Cure times can vary greatly, but it will take at least a few hours for your resin to set. To test it, place a hand over the mold. Resin heats as it cures, so if it's still warm, leave it alone. After a while, try again, and if it isn't warm, touch the surface. If it's even a little tacky, give it a little more time. If not, it's ready to be popped out. You'll need 2 jewels, one for either side, and once you have them, simply superglue them onto your sword. Be sure to check their placement in relation to one another, so this doesn't happen. Once the glue dries, you are done, and can now have your very own adventure time. Hope you get some use out of this video. Like and subscribe if you do. I sell props online and I'm open for custom jobs. Email me for those at minitech616@gmail.com. You can also support my work by becoming a patron. Visit patreon.com/minitech616. Patrons donating $1 more a month are eligible for my monthly giveaways. Each month I give away one of my resin rupees in a color of the winner's choosing and a prop in 2 separate drawings. March's prop was the Demoman Sticky Bomb launcher from Team Fortress 2, claimed by Chris Sueno. Congratulations, Chris. Thank you and all my donators for your continued support. April's prop will be the fin sword I made in this video. Also, my 5th novel, Flight, has just been released. In Alice Dippleblack's 5th adventure, the girls begin to take comfort in their mountain home, far from the blood war and the prejudices of those fighting in it. Their dragon Squiggles continues to grow in size and strength, but he isn't the only one growing. Twinkleini develops her powers further through her studies of ancient secrets buried deep within the Gadara Mountains themselves. Made confident by her new magic and a powerful dragon ally, Twinkleini convinces Alice and her friends to aid her in a daring mission to free the mages imprisoned by the Order of Thermathrogi before any more young magic wielders can be twisted into weapons of war. If you like fantasy, furries, magic, and adventure, check out Alice Dippleblack in Flight, available now on Amazon and Payhip. To celebrate, all of Alice Dippleblack's adventures are on sale for 99 cents each for the first week of Flight's release. Thanks for watching.